the modern economic landscape is witnessing a silent shift, where the mindset of the younger generation in Europe is no longer bound by fixed paychecks. The trend of optimizing automated cash flow, commonly known as passive income, is becoming a new doctrine in the world of non-professional finance. If you hold the patience to walk through the entirety of this video, you will possess the ultimate key to restructuring your financial mindset, stepping into the world of those who dictate the rules rather than the general labor force. The essence of wealth does not reside in the number of hours you sell to an enterprise, but in the volume of assets that operate independently, even while the system is sound asleep. Traditional education systems usually guide the youth along a familiar path, completing university programs and securing a stable corporate position. However, this model harbors a fatal bottleneck, which is the absolute limit of time, as every individual has exactly 24 hours a day. To touch true financial freedom, the mindset must decisively shift toward building profitable structures that do not rely on human presence. Passive income is not a get-rich-quick trap, but the precise outcome of a high-intensity labor phase converted into long-term assets. The ultimate objective is to generate multiple distinct streams of cash flow, sufficient to cover all living expenses and continuously reinvest. In the final years of the decade of 1990, a fresh perspective on the capital market was unlocked from the ordinary stories of blue-collar workers. Owning a fraction of massive global energy corporations was no longer an exclusive privilege of the Wall Street financial elite. Profits shared in the form of dividends stand as the clearest proof of money legally making money. The stock market is essentially a mechanism for businesses to raise capital from the public in exchange for equity ownership. By holding shares in companies with rock-solid foundations, investors receive a portion of net profits without any direct managerial involvement. To master the optimization of this portfolio, understanding the dividend yield ratio is a prerequisite for every individual investor. A business paying an unusually high dividend is not necessarily a safe choice, because that implies they retain less capital to reinvest in expanding production. Conversely, low-cost index funds are currently the preferred trend among Western youth due to their stability and reduction of systemic risk. This is a long-term investment strategy, demanding a higher level of patience and strict discipline rather than attempting to predict short-term market fluctuations. The explosion of the digital economy has opened a new chapter for global electronic commerce, where geographical boundaries are entirely erased. Many young individuals have successfully engineered distribution networks reaching revenues of hundreds of thousands of dollars per month through platforms like eBay or Amazon. This business model allows operation without owning warehouses or huge capital thanks to the dropshipping method. The core element to winning in this market is the rigorous control of profit margins and the optimization of product image marketing strategies. A sharp entrepreneur will know how to locate unique items and communicate their value far superior to that of their competitors. Alongside digital capital flows, real estate firmly maintains its position as one of the safest and most sustainable asset havens over many decades. The current trend in major metropolitan areas is the application of the lease and sublease model through online accommodation platforms. This approach allows individuals to exploit cash flow from properties without needing a massive initial capital outlay to purchase the asset outright. For those choosing the traditional ownership path, accumulating an initial deposit of 10 to 20% is the foundational step. At that point, the monthly rental income from tenants will directly pay off the mortgage loans from the banks. Another intermediate channel reshaping the flow of information and commercial value is the construction of independent digital media channels. The largest video sharing platform in the world today is not just a place for entertainment, but a passive money printing machine driven by advertising revenue and affiliate marketing. Sharing specialized knowledge or objective product reviews creates a loyal audience base with high conversion rates. Each piece of content uploaded that remains relevant over time will continuously generate a steady stream of income for the creator without incurring. The modern world is witnessing a reality where information and intellect are valued higher than traditional natural resources. Leading technology enterprises today possess very few physical assets, yet they hold the structures and algorithms. packaging personal knowledge into digital products such as electronic books or online courses is the most optimal way to sell a single idea multiple times. Once intellectual value is encoded into lines of code or text, it can automatically distribute to consumers worldwide in a matter of seconds. The journey of shifting one's mindset from a pure laborer to a cash flow manager demands sharpness and a readiness to embrace new opportunities. Every individual around us, from a warehouse worker to a technology expert, may hold a valuable piece of the economic puzzle. The most important realization is that your greatest wealth is stored precisely within your intellect and your capacity to shape reality. Prosperity never stems from random luck, but is the inevitable consequence of a sequence of precise and controlled investment decisions.